Cold, rainy weekend, so I wanted to do something kind of cozy. So we're making a nice carrot cake, but it's not a traditional carrot cake. I'm swapping out a couple of the traditional ingredients for things that are a little bit easier to digest. So instead of sugar, we're using maple syrup. Instead of butter, we're using coconut oil. So these are the ingredients you need. Flour, I'm using oat flour. I have this comically sized oat powder, and I don't know why, but it was on a really big discount, so we just got this. Still working through it for the last year. Okay, I'm gonna get the ingredients prepped. Melted the coconut down. I'm just gonna let it sit out and cool before I add it to anything. All the dry ingredients are mixed up, and now I'm going to prepare the carrots. So I need 1.5 cups of grated carrots. I think that's all I'm gonna do. If you can't tell by now, I really like to eyeball the recipe, but this was 2 medium carrots, and that was about 1.5 cups, which is what the recipe calls for, so we're good there. I'm gonna preheat the oven to 350 now and prepare a pan. I'm gonna use a pan of this size. I'm just gonna line it with parchment paper, and then, what was I gonna say? I changed my mind. I'm not gonna use parchment paper. I'm just gonna grease the pan with some coconut oil that I've already melted. Yes, I'm eyeballing. It's gonna be okay. I have a whisk somewhere, but I don't know where it is, so I'm using this attachment. Did we run out of vanilla? It's warm now, it's not hot anymore, so hopefully it's not gonna cook the eggs. Slowly add in the wet to the dry, and then add the carrots. Use a smaller pan, because this is not a lot of batter. This carrot, it's a lot of carrot, but I'm gonna add all of it. It's gonna be a very carroty carrot cake. This is what we're working with. This was so quick and easy. The most annoying thing was shredding the carrots, but even that took less than 5 minutes. So, I am gonna use this little guy instead of the big guy. Ow, it's hot. Let's just scoop it in. And then we're gonna stick it in the oven. There she is. Clean. For frosting, I'm just mixing up some Greek yogurt with maple syrup and a little bit of powdered sugar. I ran out of powdered sugar, so I did the rest with maple syrup. Hi guys, thought we would hang my laundry while I give you a little update on how the last week has been going. In my last video, I was talking about how I'm recovering from a very stressful December and an end to 2025 as we were, as you know, stuck in the Dominican Republic and I ran out of medication. My stress was at an all-time high. And, that obviously had some implications on my gut health. The last week has been better. I'm definitely still feeling the effects of some increased inflammation from, again, the not so great December. Last night I had like a really bad flare again, and it's just like every time I start getting comfortable in bed and start to get even slightly horizontal, the nausea just hits, the burning hits so hard, and I'll feel like fine the rest of the day. Like I have zero symptoms during the daytime. Like my body just doesn't respond negatively to food during the day at all. But if I have something kind of risky for dinner, then I'm most definitely gonna feel symptoms. But sometimes even if I have a completely normal gastritis friendly dinner, I still have these symptoms. And it's just really frustrating. The lack of sleep has really taken a toll. And it messes up your whole schedule. Like it's just annoying. You wake up later, you don't get to the gym, you don't, get to do what you want to do in the morning before you have to start work. Like it's just all piling up and catching up with me a little bit. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm still like, it's so weird because every morning I wake up and I feel great. Like there's no symptoms whatsoever. So I kind of like start over every day with like this positive mentality, but I never know how I'm gonna feel at nighttime, which is so frustrating, but at least I don't have to deal with the symptoms 24/7. That's good news, I guess. But yeah, it's just a chill Sunday at home, just doing a little house cleaning before another week begins. If you've been following along with the journey with my husband's documents and why we were stuck in the Dominican Republic, this will be funny. We just got his permesso. Like shortly after we arrived back from the Dominican Republic, which was the document that the airline said we needed in order to return to Italy. So I thought that was funny. After, 3 years of waiting for it, it arrives a week after we really needed it. But anyway, we're really happy about that because it means that he can travel more easily. He can travel throughout Europe again. We're gonna go to the Netherlands to visit his family very soon. He has some family living there, so we're excited about that. If you haven't been following along, what's happening in Iran is horrible. The Iranian government is killing citizens for protesting. And my husband has been unable to contact his family in over a week. There's no internet in Iran. And it's just extremely stressful to not know if they're okay. I'm sure they are okay, but not being able to just text them and call them at any time in the day is really, really stressful and sad. And it's a very big problem to have. Like the way Iranians cope with this, I could never understand. Yeah, there's that element too that's kind of been, changing the daily priorities and like the things that we're worried about. Like, yeah, it sucks that my stomach kind of hurts at night, but in reality, I'm okay. Yeah, in good news, I'm excited to go visit his family soon. Also next month, I'm traveling again. I can't believe I'm getting on a plane already after all of this chaos in the Dominican Republic, but I'm going home to the US for a couple of weeks for work and for just visiting family. So I'll be in Florida to visit my family there, and I'm gonna go up to Pennsylvania to visit the other half of my family there. And that will be a nice little trip. It's always fun to go home. I wish I could take Ali with me, but that's just not in the cards right now. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that things will change and it will get easier to travel with my husband, to go home to visit family. Like these are such simple things that I never thought that I would not be able to have. But that's the reality of our situation. So let me know if you try that carrot cake recipe. I really liked it. I want to change a couple things and try to do it again. I think Next time I will I'm gonna try to use real sugar, honestly, because sugar is not a big trigger for me personally. If it is for you, stick with the maple syrup and the honey, but I don't mind sugar in my diet. I might try it with some brown sugar and a little bit less oil. I noticed it was very moist and kind of like soft. So I wanna make it more cakey. Maybe I need more flour and less oil, but let me know if you try that recipe. It's still a good recipe. It's just not as cakey as I'd like it. So stay tuned for potentially an update on that. Okay, laundry's done. I also forgot to mention a little update. So I have been deciding on whether or not I wanted a walking pad for basically the last year, and then I finally got one during the winter sales. This one was like 140 euros, which is a pretty good price. It's not like the most exceptional walking pad in the world, but it gets the job done. I just wanted something that was easy for me to like hop on for 10 minutes after a meal. Realistically, yes, I would love to just commit to walking outside every single day, but the weather's been so shit here, so I just don't. So instead of feeling guilty about not going for walks, I got something that will make it a little bit easier. So this is the walking pad I got. Here she is. It's very small. It's like, I don't know, 3.5 feet long. This is the brand, but yeah, it's really easy to use. It's simple. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and I think a lot of my stomach problems have to do with poor motility. So walking more is going to help naturally improve that, which is the goal. Like, there are medications you can take to improve that, but I don't want to be on them. So I'm trying to walk more this year. That's one of my goals, just kind of walking regularly throughout the day. I don't really have a step count goal, but yeah, since I work from home, I just want something to get me moving, even if I don't make it to the gym that day. So something else I started doing to help me stay on track during the week is using one of these pill boxes to keep track of everything I'm taking. And it's been helpful. I have some leftover stuff in here because I didn't take the sucralfate every day. I decided that I'm gonna cut to half a sucralfate in the morning. I find that when I take a full one, I feel so nauseous. It's like it defeats the purpose. So if you notice that sucralfate makes you really nauseous, try taking a half a pill or half a serving. I know it comes in a liquid form too, but this is the one I have. It's just like a dissolvable capsule or tablet. So I'm gonna cut these in half and distribute them throughout the week. Other things I've been taking are these at nighttime. They're the Pure Cortisol Calm. They're vitamin D, ashwagandha, rhodiola, magnolia, and L-theanine. So kind of like the perfect pairing for nighttime anxiety, which I have a little bit of. I actually started taking this instead of magnesium glycinate. Oh my God. Because I think I was having a little bit of an adverse reaction to magnesium glycinate. I'm not sure if it was the magnesium, but I just wanted to be sure. So I'm taking a little pause from it until I just have my symptoms under control again. Taking one of these a night. And I also like that they have vitamin D because it's winter time and I am not getting enough. Like, you saw what it looks like outside. With dinner, I'm still taking the zinc carnosine. I'm just gonna finish out this bottle and then take a pause. Zinc carnosine is one of those things that you should cycle because it causes malabsorption of other important minerals and vitamins. So just one of those with dinner. Oh yeah, PC. I started taking this. I did a video on this on TikTok. I don't think I talked about it on here yet, but this is really good for if you have bile reflux specifically. It helps rebuild the stomach lining and it also helps neutralize bile. It makes bile less corrosive on the stomach. So that seems kind of like perfect for me. So I've been having these with lunch every day. They're kind of big, but they're fine. I don't notice any side effects from taking these. Although everybody's different, try a little bit first and see how it goes. Just because it works for me doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. I am still taking my DGL before I have lunch and dinner, but I don't put it in here just because it kind of disintegrates. So I'll just keep those right here. I think that's it. That's everything for the week. Good to go for the week.